still very courageous, very optimistic and all that. That gave me even more energy, came back. Luckily, we ran into Bill Clinton, and he said, I'll help you, and so he did. He came here, in 30 days, I raised $5 million. And that is when we formed American India Foundation. If you know, that is, I'm one of the founders of that. I was the first president before Lata Krishnan took over. She did an amazing job. That organization has now raised $100 million over these 10, 12 years and helped every part of India, women's education, all the underprivileged people, amazing programs. And so that is, what do you say, the blessing in disguise. So the difficulty that the Kutch people and Gujarat people went through after the earthquake, this is one of the byproducts. Otherwise, this foundation would never have been formed, or maybe it would have been formed in a small scale somewhere. So I had that very direct attachment. I also have a lot of Gujarati friends, and we play golf, and we play cards, and we crack jokes and so on. So I've had that, Rajesh Sai and AJ Patel and some of these people. AJ was, of course, one of the co-founders of TRI with us. So I've got a lot of affection. And I think the spirit of Gujarat and the development there and what Modi has done is quite amazing. So I cannot say enough about the good things about Gujarat. But I think we always have that problem in India. Wherever you go, you have the rich, but there's also the underprivileged who have, for no fault of their own, they're not able to participate in a lot of things. So the foundation, the reason I got attached to it, I found it very exciting. Because here is an organization that looks at children who are brilliant, because they have to have secured admission in a medical school or engineering school, and they are in the top 15%. That is the criteria. But they don't have money to go to school. So we help them because we can help a lot of people in India. There's so much need everywhere. You can help. But that is called, I call it last mile. That means you give them that one push. Then they're competing into amazing jobs. They all get jobs because they do so well. Then they help their siblings, they help the family, and they have what I call the village effect. Sara gaon bolta hai, ye to kar sakta hai, hum bhi karenge. So that is the beauty of our foundation. And the other thing is that, like I think Kohanur mentioned to you, what we do is we take all the donor money, jo aapka paisa, people, whatever contribution we get, that money goes directly to scholarships. So we have some overhead expense here and in India. That is managed from the founders, the endowed money, that covers that. So donor money goes directly, so we don't waste any of that money, it goes directly. And we also now, this year on, we attach the name of a donor to the student. So every year we're going to issue a report to people and saying, these are the children that we supported from your money last year. This is the grade point average. One is in Gujarat, one is in Andhra Pradesh, one is in Orissa, whatever. And for 4 years, we'll be giving them reports. As long as they support them, they will be getting a report. So that is a system we are starting this year. We just started, actually. So we have a new computer system that allows us to do that. So last year, we provided 2,000 scholarships. This year, we are doing 2,500. So we're increasing by a big number. And my dream and vision is to take this number to 10,000 scholarships by the year 2020. And luckily, we are able to do that. Last 2 years, we have grown 25% each year. If you map this 20, if you can keep doing this, we can get to 15,000. So that is an achievable dream. And we have a scalable computer system that tracks the people. We're looking for more volunteers in India. So that's one thing you can do if you have brothers and sisters and people retired, teachers, principals, doctors, who are willing to become our facilitators. They are the volunteers who go in different villages and find these poor children, encourage them. They guide them, they mentor them and say, hey, you can get the scholarship, I'll help you. Help them with the application. That is what the facilitators do. We need more facilitators, especially we need more women. Because the reason we don't have, only 38% of our scholars are girls is because most facilitators are men. Now in India, it's very awkward for a man to go around looking for girls because they say, "Ladki ki shaadi karni hai, ladke ki shaadi karni hai." No, scholarship. So the poor guy, he'll be in trouble. So we need more women so they can identify more girls. So that is another thing we are doing now. What else?
The annual event, the Gujarat.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So our annual event is on November 9, which is Saturday, after this coming Saturday. And this is our big banquet. We are expecting this year 400 people at ICC. And we will have a keynote speaker, Ramesh Wadhwani, who is one of the wealthiest Indo-Americans and very accomplished philanthropist. And we'll have a beautiful program. We'll have about half a dozen or so scholars come and talk about their life stories, some entertainment, good food, and so on. So that's our annual. Our objective this year is to raise at that banquet about over $550,000, and we are about 80% there already. So we're hoping that with this, all our efforts we're making, we'll get to our goal, which is what we need to meet the growth curve I talked about. And we have reserved one table, Ramji Bhai and CV Saab ke naam pe. हमने कहा एक Gujarat table I want to designate because Gujarat, as you saw, is number 5 receiver among the 25 states. Gujarat is number 5 in number of scholarships. So we need more people to be engaged in every aspect of it, including donations. So we would like to have that one table. 39 tables are gone. There is one Gujarat table, so I told him, you decide how you're going to fill it, and so on and so forth. So we're very happy to have you participate, anyone who would like to generously contribute. We need volunteer support. So our only person runs the US operation is Koinur. Everybody else is part-time volunteer. I come 3 times a week. I go there to give her support and to make sure everything is working okay. We have a lot of accounting volunteers, legal volunteers, a lot of people who support us. In fact, worldwide we have about 1,000 volunteers, including the field people. That's what keeps this machine going. And a very high integrity machine, and we are being recommended for the Government of India award and so on this year also. So we'll see how that goes.
I need to shut this because I don't want the fire alarm to go.
Okay.
Can you take
You
this
can
aside?
No, you just do like this, yeah.
Joshi ji, the donation goes have a tax exemption.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so all donations are tax exempt, and the donations in India, by the way, good news. The amount of money being raised in India is pretty soon going to approach the amount of money we raise here. That is the beauty of this organization. Yeah, it's pretty much like, and we started only 3 years ago. India is going at a much faster rate, and I'm very happy with that. We got a $1.2 million this year from the Dell Foundation. They wanted to add 400 scholarships of their own. So that is on top of our growth, which is also very good. So we're getting good support, but we need much more. The demand is huge. You know, when you look at the applications that we get, this year we have automated the application online. It will be much easier now. We can handle more applications.
Yeah, just stay there. Can you add like 10 seats on the table and how much?
You talk about the details.
Just one more thing, do stay here because I will lead you here in a couple of minutes. So the 2 things that I wanted to add about the Gujarat table, firstly is that there are 10 seats on that table and the tickets are for $250. So anybody who contributes that, please come to our event, join the event, enjoy the event and the banquet dinner. And no, I need you here. So firstly that, and secondly, you can choose to say that I want to adopt a student from Gujarat if you so wish. You don't have to, but you can say, you can also choose, you could say I want a girl, or I want a boy, or I want medicine or engineering, and when you adopt a scholar, they are tagged to you. So please let us know. There are donation forms in your files, the folders that have been given. Kindly make a donation, give it to us so we can hold seats for a Gujarat table and make it successful. Let the Gujarat community be an example for all of the other communities here so that one day we can have all different state tables in our annual fundraiser so that we can push our scholars to do even better. I needed you here.
You tell them about my state, small state called Uttarakhand.
Yes.
They have 2 tables.
Yes. It's a
Oh,
small
no, I did
state.
not tell them, they just did it.
Yes, he did not. Truly, he did not. And more so because of the disaster, they have been raising funds to put money into the. Despite that, they said we want to support the students in the scholars that are in Uttarakhand, and they bought 2 tables. So that's our request to you. But I want you here because we have amongst us the Commissioner for Human Relations for United States here, who wants to put a pin on you for the good service you are doing for FFE. So please,
That's so nice of you, Patakji. Yeah?
yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Pathak.
It's an honor.
Thank you very much. Behalf of my name is Narendra Pathak. Behalf of U.S. Government Human Relation Commission and also Council on Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, we have one of the tradition in U.S. government. 27 different countries, and this kind of without any expectation doing the community service. As an example, education is the personal property. That is a US flag and India flag, one of the recognition from both commission. Thank you very much. God bless America and India.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
रामजी भाई मैं आपको एक जोक सुनाता हूँ जोक वो गुजराती जेंटलमैन थे एक older than you and me so he thought that his wife was having hearing problems, he thought she had a hearing problem, so he went to the doctor. डॉक्टर साहब क्या करें हमारा तो वाइफ को तो हेयरिंग का प्रॉब्लम हो गया है. डॉक्टर साहब said ऐसा करो कि घर जाके you don't face her, go behind her about 20 feet and then you ask her, whatever you want to ask her, and then keep going until then you tell me at what distance she hears you. समझ गया नहीं? 20 फीट से शुरू करना फिर देखना आके. So he went home. So he went 20 feet and he asked her, what's for dinner? No response. Then he went 15 feet. तो बोला क्या बन रहा है खाने का? तो no. Then he went to 10 feet. Nothing. 5 feet. She looked back and she said, I've told you 4 times I'm making dokla.
You like dokla?
Yes.
I can go?
Yes, you can go. Thank you. And so, none of you are hard of hearing, but I'm still having to speak on the microphone because I don't have that kind of volume. So, I think I would like to now invite Ramji Bhai to give a vote of thanks for all of you who have taken your time out and come to visit us on a weekday. And we all know you have office and work tomorrow, but truly a heartfelt thanks from FFE for coming here tonight.
I, on behalf of FFE, thanks you all very much and spending your time in spite of your Diwali function or other things. But before I do that, if anybody has got a question to be asked, right, that you have missed.
No, I'm right here. If anybody has a question, you can ask.
Anybody has got a question, raise your hand before I...
Dada has a question.
I want to know how many doctors and engineers you have. I'll take it. Huh? How many doctors and engineers you have made from Gujarat?
Well, I have given figure when you were not here. 100 doctors from Jamnagar. Very good question. It brought something to me. MP Sam Medical College of Jamnagar, which was, there was a hospital there, there was a college, but African Megji Petraj Shah helped to bring that college in a streamline, and today I'm proud that one of the doctor who qualified in 1967 and retired, he has been qualified from MP Shah Medical College. Dr. Banjara is here with us, right? He has practiced in Kenya, right? So what I have done, I have not done alone. I created a team, and I used to go every year to India, right, at my expense, and I never knew what I'm doing, but today is the day. I'm very pleased that I did something for FFE, and I want to march with the FFE. Thank
I
you.
want to ask you whether you are ready to reduce the educational, rather say, grade qualifications, because some poor people, even if they are intelligent and hardworking, they may not be able to get that much grade in the beginning. So what I'm suggesting is that those who are really smart but are not able to get a particular grade, you try to see them and try to help them. So one day, say, I was an ordinary third class graduate, but after opportunity was given to me, I've come up to a particular standard, same way others will do. So please try to, examine, don't look to academic grade, because in India, academic grade can be purchased. So you try to see whether a particular person is really deserving, and try to do that. Thank you for that.
Dada, that is FA will think over, but my 15 years of journey to India every year, I have found that thing, what you are telling, but we stick to the thing which bring a positive result, but in future that will be taken into consideration. So now on behalf...
I just had a point, Ramji Bhai, on that question. I just want to say that right now there are 92 medical students who are studying through FFE in MP Shah College.
Yeah, I know that. Those who are qualified, that's different. But today, another 92 are in the pipeline, right? What better I can do, uneducated from Africa? But other thing also, as a coordinator, me and Mukund Bhai of Milan, we have built up a team in Gujarat, in Jamnagar, Rajkot, and Vidyanagar. That is helpful. But even facilitators there, they need encouragement. There are some who are not educated, but they've got status and they've got a morale. We picked up those and built up a team. And this is the result.
I think two questions you asked. One is the number of, I think the number would be 800 engineers and about 300 doctors. That is the number. The 1100, the total Gujarat has been. So that is the number for your first one. And after last name kya tha? Majmudar.
You said something about Africa. What is this? No? What is your program about that?
No. That is not the thing. The MP Shah Medical College was supported by Megdi Petraj Shah. And we as a team were born and brought up in Africa, not India. Yes. Still, because of our love for India, we have done this voluntary work here. That is it, right? Africa.
Education has no limits of states or caste or creed.
Yeah, but we are looking after India, Dada, we are looking after India. Africa will be taken care of in future as team gathers.
We'll be very glad if you extend your cooperation and your help to other countries too.
Thank you. That's right. Okay, good, thank you. So, but the other question, your suggestion on lowering the grade level, the problem we have is we have only so much money, and for that money we get more applications than we can handle. If we lower the grades and we get 10 times more applications, what good are they going to be? So the whole thing depends on how much money we're able to raise. So that's the answer to your question. We've discussed that time and again.
How many applications do you get a year or approximately?
We get about twice the application we give about 2,000 scholarships, we get 4,000 applications. So only 1 out of 2. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
One more thing, you can
cost for one
sponsor
person
a
education?
student from your village, from your state, from your town, from your family, anything what you want to do, please give us the idea and we will do the same.
Happens. If you look at average cost of engineering degree in India, in US dollars, it's about $10,000. The US is about 100,000. If you average all the private and public and everything mixed in the United States, it'll cost you $100,000 to deliver an engineer. In
But
India,
if-
it's only
If
10,000.
we are helping in Gujarat, then 10,000 is okay.
Gujarat is even slightly less than that because they're more the government is more generous in scholarship. They don't charge as much tuition.
$600 for engineers.
Yeah, so I'm coming there.
4 years now.
So the average cost of education, if you look at all the costs that students are bearing, we only support, our scholarship only supports about, depending on the state or the program or the college, 35% to 50%. The rest they have to still manage, borrow, whatever they do. We cannot afford because we want to cover more students across the country. We wish we could get more money also, but that's the answer. So this last year was $600 per student per year. That's the scholarship.
One more question. Do you link the donor with the student?
Yeah, we
If they
can.
come to know that their money is going to the students
Yeah,
and
we're doing that this year. We give you the names of the scholars, which school they're in, and what grade they are, how well they're performing, and every year you get a report.
Not only that, actually we encourage the people when they are going to India, they can actually go and meet the scholar and have conversations with them and ask them about their grades. And we have donors who come back from India in tears because having met the scholars, it just makes it so real that they are making a difference in someone's life. But as Kailash said, it's $600 per year. So if it's engineering, it's $2,400 total. If it's medicine, because it's a 5-year course, it's $3,000.
One more question. Do you have any doctor or engineer here in the USA who can come and just say we are from Gujarat and we got this?
Yes.
So many.
We have got one doctor who is a heart specialist in LA, right?
So to answer that question, we have more than 55 scholars who are in the US. We only support bachelors, no masters, nothing. But because these children are so brilliant and so motivated, they come, they do their PhD, their masters in Stanford, in MIT. We have professor in Austin, Texas, who was in Stanford here, who is actually an FFE scholar who had parents were really struggling to put him through college. And he has promised he'll be here at our annual event next year. There are 9 scholars who are coming to our annual event to tell their stories. So if you buy a table and you come there, you'll hear them. Exactly to answer your question, you'll hear them in person.
So you have some Gujarati students who have got the.
Yes, we
They are
have.
here in the USA.
Yeah, they are here in the USA.
So if they are practicing, still they are donating to this foundation.
Yes,
Yeah, donate.
yes. What they do is just like I'm saying, $600 a doctor scholar. They're doctors. They are in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Google. I mean, we are absolutely so proud of them. Not only that, the people who are in the Bay Area, like we have people in eBay, in Qualpro, they all come and volunteer. You'll see them. I mean, putting together the the registration process or helping research. Should we do PayPal? Should we do what should we do? All of those things, they are volunteering. And they'll be at the event talking about it. And their children never have to go through what they went through. That's why we claim that we affect generations. Actually, you guys do. We do nothing. So as donors, if you adopt, you'll be affecting generations to come, not just one person. And I feel really proud and blessed because I feel every decision that is made in FFE has far-reaching results and effects. For 30 years down the road, it will have an effect in some way or the other on some child or person. That is a huge thing. And so I believe this mission is, and this cause is amazing. Please come to the annual event to meet our scholars. We would be very, very thankful for that.
I talked about in the ICC, I ran that president for a while there as a volunteer. So I get a lot of joy out of it. Before that, I was IBM executive, and I used to go around raising money for educational institutions sometimes. I used to come up with something that people really liked. I used to keep in my pocket apple seeds. So I would take one apple. I come from the Himalayas where we grow apples in India also. That's in the hills I used to come from. I like apples also. So I know how apple tree grows and what it becomes because I was born with that in that environment. So I ask people, I take an apple seed in my hand and I say, I have this, what they say, what is it? I said, apple seed in my hand. I said, tell me how many apples are there in this seed? You know,
So many,
A full
how
tree.
many?
so many.
So many, how many?
A full tree.
Infinite is the word. That means you can just keep on, right? You know, any dollar you give to a cause like ours, this FFE, is like that apple seed. That $1 can go to a kid who's going to become a Nobel Prize winner, who's going to find a cure for cancer, and he's going to change the whole world. That's the kind of kids we're talking about here. So just remember that apple seed. Next time somebody comes to you for asking for a good cause, you ask yourself, is this an apple seed idea or is it not? And I'm telling you this one is because I put a lot of energy and time into it. So with that thought, I'm sorry I have to leave. And I thank you for coming and appreciate your support, whatever you can or would like to give. And any question you come, we have office not far away from here, it's a small office. That's why we have to meet here. But come and talk to us, but please consider supporting us and do show up at this 9th event, you will enjoy it. Okay, thank you.
The only institution which I have come across that after 15 years of performance or 18 years, they are exposed to our community, right? Rest of the institution first expose themselves, get the money, and then they start. But it is a credit to the founder of this organization who bought the cost up to few years and then it started coming funding. Now to conclude, we thank Thai to give us this good hall without any charge. We thank Mr. Mukundbhai Patel of Milan to sponsor the food, and really we thank you all, right, to spare your precious time and get involved. Hopefully you get involved, right? And tell your friends, be an ambassador of FFE, not only here, in India as well. So we make Gujarat a place where what Modi has done for politics, we want to do for education in Gujarat, so other states can follow Gujarat. That is my ambition. Thank you, and Meti, thank you very much.
I would like to say a special thanks to Dan Dalal, without whom we really would have only darkness in this room and no presentations or videos and no sound. So thank you so much, Dan. Please give him a big hand. He's a huge supporter of FFE, has always been behind us, and we thank him for that. Just please, if you're interested in the Gujarati table, $250 is going to buy you a seat. Please come in and write your name with Mr. C.B. Patel. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here. Have a great night.
Hello, we can have some group picture.